Is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Zombies bad? I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but I want you guys to watch some of the Modern Warfare 3 Zombies gameplay that I'll have in the background, while I also share some intriguing and honestly alarming information about the development cycle of Modern Warfare 3. And this insane information doesn't even just affect Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, it affects the entirety of the game. So we're talking about the campaign and the multiplayer too. So we got this tweet from Charlie Intel saying, Bloomberg reported that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was developed in only 16 months. Some staff at Sledgehammer Games says the title was initially pitched to them as an expansion, but quickly changed into a full premium title. Other staff says it was left up in the air as to if it was an expansion or a full release. This is from the Bloomberg article itself, and it's actually just very important. It says here, the process was hurried because this year's game was conceived to fill a gap in the release schedule following the delay of another Call of Duty title previously planned for 2023. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was originally pitched to staff at Foster City, California-based developer Sledgehammer Games as an expansion to last year's title, but it morphed into a full sequel during development. And get this, an Activision spokesman denied that Modern Warfare 3 was originally an expansion and said it was conceived as a, quote, premium game from the start. But more than a dozen current and former Call of Duty developers said that conflicts with what they were told at the time. Some of the employees said the plan was left ambiguous during the first few months of development, while others said they were directly told it was an expansion. All said they were under the impression it was an expansion until much later in the process. So basically, it's the word of Activision against the word of dozens of employees who actually worked on the game. Ah yes, Modern Warfare 3, definitely a premium game on its own and not an expansion of Modern Warfare 2.
That's sarcasm.
But this is just one of many tweets that starts to unravel the Modern Warfare 3 development process, and it explains so much. Now, as we go on in this video, I am going to share my thoughts and opinions on Zombies so far with you guys, and obviously there will be a bigger focus on the actual Zombies mode itself, but for now, I just want you guys to know this because this is some very important context. And after you guys hear this stuff, I think it will definitely change your guys' perspective on this game. This one blew my mind as well. It said Bloomberg reports that Sledgehammer Games' team initially pitched their next Call of Duty title to be set in the Advanced Warfare world after they finished Vanguard. But Activision told them they were working on a new Modern Warfare for 2023 instead. So again, Sledgehammer Games, they wanted to actually make Advanced Warfare 2, but Activision was telling them to make Modern Warfare 3 instead. The full paragraph here says, after Call of Duty Vanguard, developers at Sledgehammer had originally pitched a project codenamed Anvil that would be set in the universe of the company's futuristic 2014 game Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, according to the people familiar. But before it could get very far, Anvil was shelved as the company was informed it was instead working on another Modern Warfare game. The nature of this new release was left hazy, but the scope was ambitious and included an update to the popular Zombies mode, several multiplayer maps, and a single-player campaign. Few developers were surprised when they were later told that the release would be a sequel to last year's Modern Warfare 2, but the shortened cycle took a toll on Sledgehammer's staff. On top of that as well, it says Bloomberg's report says Sledgehammer Games' staff was frustrated with Modern Warfare 3's development because they had to run decisions by Infinity Ward's leadership, who took a while to respond to feedback and even stepped in to make in their own changes. To elaborate on that, it says developers also said they were frustrated at having to run their content by executives from Infinity Ward, the Activision studio that's normally responsible for the Modern Warfare series. Staff on the game said they dealt with inefficiencies waiting on feedback and making significant and sometimes unwanted changes based on directives from above. So yeah, there's clearly some clashing between design decisions between Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games, which honestly explains so much. It explains why Modern Warfare 2 as a game was so stale and they were completely unwilling to change anything based off of feedback, whereas Sledgehammer Games, they are willing to listen to the community and they do act on feedback in a very significant way. But it still seems like even with all of that going on, Infinity Ward was still holding back Sledgehammer Games from making Modern Warfare 3 potentially an even better game. Absolutely crazy stuff, man. And if you could believe it, there's still more. I'll try to quickly go over this tweet because this has more to do with the campaign specifically, but it might also explain why the Modern Warfare 3 campaign wasn't as good as a lot of people were expecting. The Bloomberg report also states that Modern Warfare 3's story was actually supposed to initially be a small-scale Modern Warfare story set in Mexico, but in summer last year, guess what? Activision executives rebooted the entire story to be a direct sequel to Modern Warfare 2 instead. And this is the tweet that honestly just makes me sick to my stomach. It says some staff at Sledgehammer, who had to work nights and weekends to finish the game, said they felt betrayed by the company because they were promised they wouldn't have to go through another shortened timeline after the release of their previous game Call of Duty Vanguard, which was made under a similarly constrained development cycle. If you guys are not familiar with what crunch is, it is something that has been ruining video games in the video game industry because the employees and the devs, they're being overworked. They are having to meet basically impossible, near impossible deadlines to get these games out, and it's exactly why they're turning out to not be so good. And it's because of stuff like this in the second paragraph, which you're gonna see. For the first few months of the project, which was codenamed Jupiter, the story was conceived as a smaller scale Modern Warfare spin-off set in Mexico that would be more achievable on a short timeline than the usual globe-trotting escapades of a full new campaign. But in the summer of last year, Activision executives rebooted that story and told the developers that instead they would be making a direct sequel to Modern Warfare 2, centering on the villain Vladimir Makarov and featuring missions all across the world. So there you go. That explains the Modern Warfare 3 campaign, and honestly, it also explains the zombies as well. Because you see, you might be watching this gameplay and you're like, okay, this is exactly what we thought it was going to be. Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is just Outbreak and DMZ combined together. This is lazy. It just takes place on the Warzone map. It's trash. It's garbage. Worst zombies ever, right? Well, honestly, I don't necessarily feel that way. Because after getting all of this context and seeing how hard Sledgehammer Games had to work in such a short amount of time on something that they didn't even necessarily want to make in the first place, it makes sense. It makes sense as to why we don't have round-based zombies maps. You know, the thing that people actually really want to see. The hardcore fans of zombies want Treyarch's round-based zombies. And trying to replace it with this is not really the same. Now, I will say this. I am actually just one of those weirdos that loves classic zombies and also is kind of down to play the Outbreak stuff. When Outbreak was added into Black Ops Cold War, I had fun just kind of, you know, wasting a couple hours shooting the zombies and having a good old time. I didn't overly scrutinize it. I didn't think it was terrible. I actually thought gameplay-wise it was okay. But that's the difference between Black Ops Cold War and, you know, Vanguard Zombies and also now Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. In Black Ops Cold War, we also had round-based zombies maps with Easter eggs to play. Now, granted, some people were not the biggest fans of those maps, and that's actually me included. I was not the biggest fan of Black Ops Cold War's round-based zombies maps, but the fact that we get the variety and we get the option to play both experiences is why it's good. Whereas in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, we don't know the future of zombies. We don't know if we're gonna get round-based zombies maps. It's probably not gonna happen. But if it did, that would be good. But we can't see that far into the future, and they're not going to bring that to us as soon as possible. Because knowing what we know now, Sledgehammer Games has had to crunch every single aspect of this game as fast as they could, which totally explains why this Zombies mode is not something that a lot of the Zombies fans are going to be looking forward to, and why we won't have round-based zombies at launch, and probably that soon into this game's lifecycle. So with all of that being said, let's talk about what the mode actually is, and I'll share my thoughts on my initial first couple of times of playing it. It is 100% Outbreak DMZ Zombies. You drop in like it's a game of Warzone with 2 other people if you're doing squad fill. I would definitely recommend playing with a couple of buddies or, you know, make some friends with some random people because, oh my goodness. The zombies actually get pretty difficult as you go into the tier 2 area and especially the tier 3. Now, unfortunately for this video, you're not going to see tier 3, and towards the end of the video, you'll see why, unfortunately. I'm not going to spoil it now, but you'll see why. But the first ever time I played zombies on stream, I actually did make it to the tier 3 area, and with the randoms I was playing with, we actually beat one of the insanely hard to beat boss zombies. So I thought that was pretty impressive. We also managed to successfully exfil. So I want you guys to just keep in mind that even though I'm someone who mostly plays Call of Duty multiplayer, I also have played a good amount of zombies as well as Warzone. As a Call of Duty player, I like to be well-rounded and know what's going on. So I don't want you guys to think that my review of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is because I don't understand it or that I don't know what's going on, because I do. It's really not that hard to understand. You go around, you complete contracts, you get points, you upgrade your weapons, you get perks, you pack a bunch of your weapons. It's so straightforward, it's so simple, and that was intentional by design. It's simple enough so that way casual players can just hop on and shoot some zombies, have a good time, leave the map, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Now, there is potentially an Easter egg for this, but that's not something that I've actually explored. But I'll just say this about Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Knowing what we know about the development for this game, it kind of makes sense as to why the zombies wouldn't be anything super brand new or super over the top or incredibly innovative or something like that. I don't think the experience is just flat out bad, but obviously it's not going to be getting a lot of praise. And I do want to say this about the zombies mode. The 2 biggest cons of this are the fact that there is a time limit, so you can only play for so long, and that's obviously the DMZ element of this, but you also can't play it offline. So you can't play solo zombies. You have to be online to play this, which I know for a lot of zombie players, that is just a big turnoff. It is not good. But from my experience, I'm going to tell you something that I think is even worse about this zombies mode. And Sledgehammer Games, if you're watching this by any chance, I think zombies for Modern Warfare 3 could actually be significantly better with a very, very simple fix. What I actually did not like about the Modern Warfare Zombies mode is simply just the fact that the payoff for the amount of work that you have to do is not worth it. The very first game of Zombies I played on stream, it's live, it's on the channel, you can see the VOD, you can see exactly how it played out. I played for over 30 minutes. I made it to the tier 3 zone, I was doing contracts, I was killing bosses, and I only earned like 8,000 XP. And I was fighting zombies that were taking so much ammo, like it was just so much work. Even for the dumbed down casual Outbreak Zombies DMZ thing, I still actually tried pretty hard. I felt like I actually had to try pretty hard. And the payoff was just terrible. I only got like 8,000 XP. I could play 2 games of war in multiplayer and get like 30,000 in roughly the same amount of time. That is ridiculous. One thing that I've noticed over time, and it's something that I think they really need to just like hone in on and focus on for Call of Duty going forward, is trying to make sure that the XP gains and the payoff for what you're doing is more equal across all the different modes, whether that's multiplayer, Spec Ops even, Zombies, obviously Warzone as well, potentially DMZ, although I'm pretty sure DMZ is dead and it's probably not coming back, but yeah, it's Zombies now. All of those experiences should be rewarding you a similar amount of XP based off of your playtime and obviously performance as well. Right now at this current moment, it feels like the XP gains for Zombies is just honestly pathetic. Like, even if I was really enjoying Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, I've got to step back and avoid it because the XP progression for playing it is just so god-awful. And especially with the new armory unlock system that they have and the challenges that exist within the game, you're probably going to want to avoid Zombies until they make some adjustments to the XP gains, because right now it is just so bad. I value my time playing the game, and I cannot justify playing Zombies when the XP gains are this weak. So Sledgehammer Games, if you happen to be watching this video, please consider increasing the values. And if you're watching this video and you have already been playing Modern Warfare 3 Zombies and you want to see that get better, then make sure to share this video with them so that way we can boost its visibility. And yeah, as far as goes for my initial thoughts on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies in terms of the actual gameplay and what you do, it's honestly not that different from Outbreak. I don't think it's terrible, and I could be a little bit biased there only because I actually don't mind Outbreak Zombies. If you're someone that didn't like it, then this is definitely not for you. And if you want round-based zombies back, you're probably just gonna have to wait for next year's game. But given the circumstances, I don't think this is a terrible zombies mode. When I hear stories like this, I honestly just feel bad for the developers. They are being stressed out of their minds, working their asses off, trying to make something that they don't even necessarily want to make in a very short period of time. Of course, that's not going to lead to some kind of incredible, mind-blowing zombies experience for us as fans. So obviously, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt given this information. And honestly, a lot of the blame for how this game is turning out should really be redirected back at Activision instead of the devs who actually work hard on the game. But regardless of all of that, I really just hope that at some point they can get it figured out. The balance of all of the different sub-communities of Call of Duty should still be given some love and attention. And the experience overall, no matter what kind of COD player you are, it should be good. Now, so far, I'm actually enjoying Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer, but as far as it goes for the campaign and the zombies, it's too late for the campaign, but the zombies could still be improved. There's still time to save it and make it better. And ultimately, that will be left up to Sledgehammer Games and potentially Treyarch, who is assisting them with the development of the zombies mode. But yeah, guys, that's my initial thoughts and impressions on Modern Warfare Zombies in Modern Warfare 3. Thank you guys very much for watching. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want Modern Warfare 3 Zombies to be better, I would greatly appreciate it if you could like this video and share it with Sledgehammer Games, so that way they know that we do appreciate and value all the hard work that they've put into this game, even if it's not exactly what we want. And for real, can we please get some more XP for actually playing this? Like, I do want to actually play it some more. I just can't currently justify the playtime because I have other things to do in multiplayer, and I'm being rewarded more for doing that. But yeah, that's enough rambling. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy this video and you want to see some more Modern Warfare 3 stuff, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Outcome. Train goes.